The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why dost thou sit upon my grave and will dead lips to speak? Why dost thou weep upon my grave and will not let me sleep? My breast it is as cold as clay, my breath is earthly strong, and if you kiss my cold clay lips, your days they won't be long. How oft on yonder grave, sweetheart, where we were wont to walk, the fairest flower that e'er I saw has withered to a stalk. When will we meet again, sweetheart? When will we meet again? When the autumn leaves that fall from trees are green and spring up again. How oft on yonder grave, sweetheart, where we were wont to walk, the fairest flower that e'er I saw has withered to a stalk.
Welcome to the spirit world with your boy, Twitch.
With the acquisition of this channel by Omni Television, we regret to inform you the spirit world has been canceled. Instead, we bring you Killer's Pledge Tournament by Deep Dive Games, a subsidiary of Knick-Knack Computing. Enjoy.
Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios' Wraith Life Derailed. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Tam, and I play Isaac Candy.
And I'm Relyn Dare, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat, and I'm playing Alexis Langley.
I'm Ravinia, and I play Margot Quinn.
I'm Urian, and I play Tark Tiernan.
And unfortunately, two of our players are unable to make it tonight. Evie Eternal is not feeling well, which it happens. And of course, Noah had a prior engagement that we knew about, but such is the way of Wraith. You know, you can't always be here. And we hope our Evie feels better. And when she gets better, she'll come back and we'll all be happy and go from here. Tonight's episode is going to pick up right where the last one left, at the market. Now, because Evie Eternal is not here, Aurora is present with the group, though she is more in the back for this one. Also, side note for tonight, because Evie and Noah are out, the part of Tark's shadow will be played by the evil fucking storyteller. You're fucked tonight, Tark.
Shit.
So we will go from there. We are once again at the market. Now, you've done your shopping.
Mm-hmm.
You bought, oddly enough, you bought the clothes that you died in.
Or that we had with us.
That you had on the train with you, at least, right? It was actually sold to you by Vincent, who made a comment about you might want to hold on to your money. Didn't stop him from charging you.
Oh, of course not.
And I believe also Alexis managed to find a pair of brass knuckles
Mm-hmm.
that she wanted. And with the shopping completed, we now cut to when Alexis, Isaac, and Tark come out of the market section to find Margot alone on a bench.
Margot, where's Noah?
He just fucking walked off with the flask. His wife's gone viral for being emotionally compromised.
Oh, fuck.
Are you sure you didn't say something to him to make him go drink?
I'm sure I fucking didn't say anything to him. It's not my fault.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Margot, get yourself together. Don't answer it in public.
But yeah, we were sitting here, we were having a conversation. He was waxing poetic like he likes to do. And a couple sat down next to us and started playing the fucking video. And yeah, his wife's in really bad shape. I honestly think we're probably going to need to figure out a way to get her to Richmond.
I have some ideas on that. I've been stewing on it while we've done our shopping here. Is there anything you would like while we're here?
I don't know. This is so weird.
I understand. But the sooner you can at least pretend to accept it, the easier things will be for all of us.
That's perfect.
You could go buy yourself something special for Nat when you see her. I'm sure she'll show up soon.
It's okay. We don't have to get anything for you now. But soon you'll need to at least try to pretend.
You are right. I do have to deal with this. It's disgusting and reprehensible, but it's life now. That's the truth. It's fucking life now. This is what life is.
And this is one of the ones you thought was strong and wanted to help you? You got to make better choices.
We all do what we can. Margot? We do what we can.
And Margot, where did he go? I mean,
He just wandered off with the no-no flask. And I'm pretty sure he's somewhere hidden, chugging it completely.
you didn't follow him? You wanted to you left him, let him go so you could sit here and be alone all by yourself?
Pushing it, Bernice. Pushing it.
Well, I look the direction she pointed at. Do I see anything?
No, actually, you see other wraiths coming towards market, some leaving, wandering Legionnaire patrol. Some quick off in the distance. It's kind of cold, so they're not really doing much other than walking a dog through the park section. But no sign at all of where Noah went.
Perhaps he will get it out of his system and return. If he's not back by tomorrow morning when we're due for duty, I'll try tracking him down or something. I don't know. We all sometimes need some alone time to blow off some steam.
Yeah. I thought about following him, but you all knew where we were going to be, and...
Yeah. No, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. Because, I mean, you know, the night where y'all went off and did everything, you know, with your interests, I stayed behind just so I could have a moment to myself. Maybe he just needs that right now. Hopefully, he hasn't cracked.
He seemed pretty cracked when he left. Like, this is my verse.
Well, he is dramatic.
Totes! Fucking drama queen! I was sitting right fucking next to him and he just started spouting poetry. It's okay, it was poetry about himself.
Well, okay.
Come on, Tark. We don't give a shit about him. If he wants to be a lush, let him be a lush. You're better off without him. Focus on the plan. We have to find out about Pentex.
We will. But Noah's going to be a good ally for that. Oh, sorry, guys.
Really gotta work on not responding in public, guys.
It's just us right now.
We're not that far from the market.
No,
True.
no, we're not. All right, fine. We'll go. We'll buy me some clothes. It's fine.
Okay.
That'll be it.
So do you take her?
I actually ask Tark and Aurora to take her to the clothing stall,
Okay.
and I give her the money required to get some clothes.
Is you going to take her to Vincent to get outfits that were hers?
And I'll stay behind with Isaac since he obviously wanted to talk with me.
Well. So Margot and Tark and Aurora go into the market, leaving Isaac and Alexis to have their little discussion.
And she has a dolphin in her arms. You wanted to have a talk?
I just wanted to let you know the reason that I only told you a half-truth. And I kind of don't understand what's going on now because Ken was pretty clear about me not telling anyone that I knew him, where I knew him from, because he's not, it's not that he doesn't come to the city, he made it kind of clear he's not welcome here. I don't know. So, just so you know, I didn't know he was related to you. Didn't get that till I got back here and saw you. But he's a friend of my sister and I was trying to protect him. So I apologize that I hurt your feelings over it, but I don't regret it one single bit.
And she's just looking at you the whole time. As impassive as possible. I don't really care. You could have left it at, I can't discuss what happened. Or, I can't give you details, Alexis. The person who rescued me requested anonymity. I would have left it at that. I wouldn't have even questioned it. Because I understand the value of anonymity, especially in a society like this. I understand the need to protect people. But not only did you lie to me about him, then you proceeded to act like a jackass ever since I called you on it. So I'm really sick of you acting like a man-child and a giant fucking asshole because you think you don't deserve people liking you. And she shoves the dolphin at you. Why don't you take that and remember what's fucking important to you?
He just keeps his hands in his lap.
Well,
and
she'll
lets
drop it.
Fall to the ground. Yeah, just lets it fall to the ground.
And she turns and just walks.
Where do
Back.
you walk? Because, I mean, you've got part of your circle still in the market.
I'm just going to walk around the market.
Okay.
Just going to walk.
Leaving a dolphin on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Isaac, do you pick it up or you just leave it on the ground?
I leave it on the ground and I'm just going to sit on the bench.
Okay. Margot and Tark, you find Vincent. If you want to buy back your old stuff, you can get some of your clothing for, a bit.
Oh, great.
You really shouldn't be spending the money.
No.
You really should be thinking
but
about
what-
your debt.
But when in Richmond, do as the Richmondians do.
No, it's fine. If you want to dig yourself deeper into debt, that's fine.
No, but with fine clothing like this, we'll be able to earn more money to pay you off sooner.
You know,
Don't you
there's
want us to do that?
something rather enjoyable about the fact that you're paying me for your own clothes. I get a bit of pleasure. I'm sure when I tell Mort, he's really going to enjoy that.
Yeah, it's all fucking hysterical. Yes, we're paying you twice. Yes, it's very fucking funny.
Isn't it? Of course, I would find it amusing. I guess from your point of view, it may not be as fun.
I'm more finding it ironic. So I understand your feeling.
Well, why don't we put the money for the clothes towards the debt we owe you?
No, that's not how that works. The debt is separate. Now, if you wish to purchase something, please go ahead. Otherwise, don't block my stall for customers. You don't want me to have to call one of these legionnaires over here to run you out of the way from disturbing my business.
It's true. It's true. This
True
is
enough.
all civil right now.
Well, we're
So
in town.
Yeah, we're in town right now. So here, take your money, and I'm going to take these clothes, and we're just going to go fuck off. And she just turns and sachets away.
And as you're walking off, Isaac, you're sitting there on the bench. And Ami actually comes over, points at the dolphin.
Feel free.
She buys it and just,
No, you just can't account for some people. Can I ask you a question?
sure.
Did you send Ken to help me?
Yeah.
Why did he tell me not to say anything to anyone about him? And to
He
be
says
so
that all the
secret?
time. But, I mean, they're with you, so I figure they're okay.
Well, most of them are.
Well, I
Some
mean,
of them,
it's Zach. He says it all the time. If I listened to that, nobody would ever come out to see us.
Okay. Look, I think she really needs to see him. How can we get out to you, and where can we meet you?
Okay. Well, I tell you what. As soon as you get a chance, if you're not doing anything, I mean, technically you could go out there tonight. Go to the Broad Rock Branch Public Library. It's right there outside of town. It's by Hickory Hill neighborhood. Okay.
Okay.
He's there when the library closes. That's when, we don't like being walked through. It's uncomfortable. We can deal with it, but
Yeah.
so he meets at the library. Now, when you go to the library, if he's speaking with anyone, don't interrupt him. I can't say more than that. You'll understand.
No problem. No problem.
But just take her out there. It's generally safe as long as you avoid the tracks.
Okay.
That's how you got snatched, because we were at the tracks.
Good to know. I like that little trick you did where you kind of popped away. I'm working on that. I think I figured it out.
That's a good one to have. It's except when they anchor you and you can't use those powers.
Yeah,
I almost didn't get away. I could feel them trying to do it, but I managed to slip out before they got it in place.
I didn't.
Yeah, I know. That's why I sent Ken, because, I mean, I know I look this, I'm not the age I look, but I'm not the fighter. Ken calls it a problem of reach. I just say I have short arms.
Ami, what do you remember?
From then? Not much.
That night.
Not much. I remember Mom coming in because I saw her, but I was already dead. So
I'm sorry about that. Really am.
it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself for it. When I first got here, I was upset. I was angry at being dead, but over time, I've come to understand we all die sometime. I kind of hoped you wouldn't be here because, well, this isn't a nice place. And honestly, had I not started running with Ken, who knows what would happen to me by now. But, you know, we make the best of it. And the one thing I've learned over here is you can't change the past. You can't undo what you did. We can't even do that on this side. So, I know I can say it all I want. I've seen you crying at night. I checked in on you from time to time. Saw you wake up with nightmares. But I'm pretty sure that voice that we all have likes to taunt you with it. Nothing you can do about it. Just try to move forward.
Yeah, but I kind of deserve it. It was an accident, you know, but I never meant anything to hurt.
I know. And I'll be honest, there's worse ways. I mean, train wreck doesn't sound pleasant. It sounds rather painful. At least I didn't have to go through that.
Don't remember it, and seems like it was pretty quick.
Funny how we don't remember that part. Hardly any of us do. Those that do are normally like Ken. They don't seem to forget anything that they've seen or heard. I can't talk much more about it because, you know, we're not allowed to. That's not allowed. But
I understand, and you know, it seems like kind of with us, things may run in the family a little bit.
You know, that if it's like a lot of us, probably does. From the way he described her, though, I expected, like, you know, a lot taller and maybe a little bit of fire.
Oh, she is on the inside. She's about 10 feet tall and flaming. So
okay, because he talked about her like, you know.
Oh, trust me, she burns.
I have a feeling he won't admit it, but he's watched her a bit too. We all seem to do that.
Yeah.
Just habit. Plus you get curious. You know, you can now watch people you didn't before, and even if you're mad at first, you get curious.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
We try not to be creepy, but I mean, I'm sure some do get creepy. Some of the tombstone guys, they're pretty fucking creepy. That's the ones that tried to grab, or that grabbed you.
Yeah, they seemed like an entertaining group of people.
They like to try to catch people alone. You know? And they always like to go after the little ones like me. They still haven't got it through their skull that just because I'm this size doesn't mean I can't defend myself. I can't fight. But that's not how you defend yourself these days anyway.
You know, you remember Dad. Dad fought, and look what happened to him. No, run away. Just run.
Well, that's what I'm good at, is getting away. It's quite useful. And I can tell you have that same kind of trick, because that's the only way you fucking caught me that day.
No.
You know, you
I've been
should have just
running most
called
of
my
my
name,
life.
Itzhak, and we wouldn't have had to chase you wouldn't have had to chase me across town.
Have you ever had that time when you looked at somebody and you can't talk?
No, I can talk all the time. Ken tells
That's
me some
probably
nights I
right.
won't stop
Yeah.
talking.
Oh, well, I guess I was just kind of shocked. I wasn't expecting to see you that way.
It's always a
The
shock
heck
when
were
you
you
find
doing
somebody
in
you
that-
know.
Pancake waffle place. What?
I like to smell waffles. I mean, I know I can't eat them and they kind of smell off, but it's the closest we get.
I mean,
One of these days I'm
how
gonna
many
figure out how
souls
to-
does it take to buy a waffle?
One of these days I'm going to get one across.
We need to find a waffle chef at the moment he's about to die in the kitchen, and I think we've got it made.
Or we got to wait till the building's going to burn down right as they're making the waffles. Maybe when the kitchen catches, we got to find a way to get some because I want some waffle. That's the one thing I haven't been able to get past: waffles, syrup, you know, or just something. I watch them and I smell them and I just want to try it. I just want to eat. It's like the pastry shop. We never could afford stuff like that, but I like to go in there and see it and wonder what it tastes like. But, you know, we want what we can't have.
Yeah.
Ken tells me I should give
that's
that part
true.
up, but I won't. He likes to tell me, you know, if you shit in one hand, you want in the other. Which one's going to fill up? And I'm like, neither. You can't shit anymore. And then he gets upset
And who
because
wants
I've
to
ruined
do that
his.
in your hand to begin with.
Yeah,
I mean,
he gets mad when I say we can't do that because first he tells me, you know, little girls your age shouldn't cost. And then he's like, but, you know, you ruined the story.
So we're meeting with this person, and this guy's writing on himself. And I leaned in and said, "Hey, if you twist his nipples, does it work like an Etch-a-Sketch?"
See? I know what an Etch-a-Sketch is. These hierarchy types don't take that funny.
No, they didn't think it was as funny as.
See? That's why I prefer living out with Ken out there because there's a lot less of that, you know, going on.
Yeah.
That's,
We got some things we got to figure out. But
I'm glad. I'm not glad you're here, but I'm glad to see you again and be able to talk with you. And she smiles, and right as she smiles, her face shifts, and you see her face would vomit on it. Just for a few instances before you get that grin back again.
it's wonderful to see you too. And again, I'm so sorry.
I can tell you all day to forgive yourself, but as I've known, well, a lot more, I guess, than you have people on this side, you never let it go. Ken tries to tell me that's because we're defined by that, but I don't know about that kind of stuff. I just know that, you know, you hold on to those things important or those things that mattered in life. But I got to get back to my stall before somebody
Don't
tries to
forget
steal
the
one of my
dolphin.
damn.
Don't forget the dolphin.
And she
Resell
picks
it
up
and
the
make a
dolphin.
profit.
Ken will wonder how I made a bit and still have come back with what I left with. That'll be interesting. And she takes it back over and sets up at the stall. And Alexis, you were wandering around. As you are coming back around from wandering back and forth, you see
Legit just wandering around, kind of listening to people talking at the market, just seeing if anything pops up that I can hear.
and it's a lot of haggling, but it seems everyone's pretty closed mouth about events going on at the market. You see a lot of legionnaires, which might account for some of the closed mouth. But, and as you're doing your circuit, you do see Ami coming back with the dolphin in her hand from watching. And then Margot and Tark, you see them coming out.
Okay. So I'll basically approach Margot
Now,
and Tark.
As Margot and Tark are coming out, you notice Ami's got that dolphin again.
Well, looks like my gift wasn't well received and he returned it. Oh well.
That guy's a fucking cunt, by the way.
Oh.
Right.
And Isaac,
Did you enjoy yourself talking to him?
Isaac, you're in range. You can hear him talking.
I wish I could grind my heel into his nuts. That's what I wish for.
You're so welcome. I figured it would help you get some stuff out.
It did. It's weird. It was very cathartic. Ugh. But I feel better. I feel fucking better.
And we'll basically be approaching Isaac. All right.
And they've walked up to you on the bench. Now, you heard that conversation because Wraiths can hear way too well. It's probably why the market's not talking anything but business.
Are we ready to get going?
Oh, are you asking me?
I'm asking everyone.
I wasn't sure
said
if you were
we.
speaking to me.
Oh, I'll
Well, I
speak
didn't
to
know if
you.
I was still
I'll
part of
speak
the
to
we.
you. That's not an issue. I'm just not going to put up with you acting like an asshole to me.
I wish
It's
I
one
had
to know
tea
one.
to drink. I just see Margot's just kind of watching between the two of you. I wish I had tea. Or popcorn. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I miss popcorn now. Great.
Hey, at least you don't smell it when somebody says it, right?
Yeah.
And Aurora's like, I know what that was. And then you start smelling the cigarette smoke.
Okay, we're getting out now.
Yes. Let's say I'm Scray.
Okay. So, where's your plan to get away from the market a bit? Because you don't have anything left to do today other than spend some time together, though now Isaac has a place to lure somebody to.
I think we might want to consider visiting a library.
What's there?
Why? I mean, there's one just a few blocks away.
Which one is that? I don't know this town.
The one you're looking for is just barely outside. It's technically Richmond.
No,
but it's
Alexis
not.
is thinking like the Central Library in Richmond.
The one you were told
No,
about
I-
is technically Richmond, but not quite.
I heard of one. I think it was Broad Rock. Anybody know where that is?
Yes. It's not far from where I grew up.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you like to visit it? I mean, come on, we got some time. Let's go visit where you grew up. Maybe it'll bring back some happy memories. Up to you. It's just a suggestion, but I'm just telling you, Alexis, I think you'll be happy if you go there. But, don't take me at my word.
Watch it, Isaac.
Yeah, we should figure out something to do. The salt is getting palpable to where I think we're at the ocean. Can we?
Yeah, we
find
can. We can
something?
go. We can go.
Now, this is a bit of a walk. Is Isaac going to try to use his power to speed up the trip or just take a nice,
Absolutely not.
got time?
Oh yeah, plenty of time.
So, I know Alexis had something she was worried about Tark and Margot. Once you get free of the main busy parts of the city, as you're cutting through what's residential, I will let the scene go to the players now because you know you're pretty far enough away you can talk about whatever and not have the big problem you would have talking in the middle of Richmond.
So, Margot and Tark, the information that you were able to gather. Margot, you mentioned a call from an unfamiliar and unknown number.
Unrecognized number. It lasted, I think, about 15 minutes, which is, I think, the longest call on record for his phone.
I would like to get the information from both of you, but I would also appreciate the Verizon headquarters is right in downtown. You could track down that number.
And I'd also like to bring up it was a new phone. He only had it for like 3 days.
Huh. I'll make a note of that. Thank you. Thank you.
So was it like a burner, or did he have?
Very
I guess
likely.
you don't know if he had more than one.
Very likely what he did is bought an identical phone and switched out SIM cards. So that the data's gone, but the number doesn't change.
What would he have done with the old phone? Destroyed it, or would it be hidden somewhere?
He might have tossed it. I don't know.
I can't imagine you just toss it with the data on it. But
No.
Do you know where he lived?
Yes, I do.
That's what I was about to ask, Tark. Thank you. That's a good fucking idea.
Actually, right here, right as we're crossing across into Southside, not far from here.
Think it's worth a visit?
Well, I want to make sure we're all okay with this.
Yeah, if we can go and I can set it on
what
fire.
Time is it? Noon, maybe?
No, I'd kind of like to get to the library before, too close to closing time. Maybe a little, just either side of it. But
I don't think it'll take us that long.
Avoid the rush.
I don't think it'll take us that long.
Well, cool. Let's go.
Okay. So we'll head over to Palmer's apartment.
And while we're walking, I'll tell Alexis, looking on his computer, he had lots of case notes, mostly like witness statements, but nothing with any follow-up or any kind of firm leads for anything. He kept talking about the lack of reliability of the witnesses. And
That motherfucker. That motherfucker.
what does that mean?
He was impeding the case. He had told, was there nothing on Langley? Nothing on contacting Langley to get information?
No, nothing in there.
That motherfucker.
Well,
Wait. What is this for the non-cops? What does this mean?
he was slowing the investigation down.
He was
trying to
impeding
drag
the
it
investigation. He was intentionally blocking the investigation for the folks who killed us.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was he a creeper trying to hit on freaking wives, pregnant wives, by the way. But I must ask, Isaac, is your girlfriend pregnant?
It's a little bit personal, isn't it?
It is, but I'm just curious. You don't have to tell me.
Yes, she is.
Twins, too?
Yes.
Fate is such a fucking cunt.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so needless to say, Palmer was being skin-rode by a specter that actually works for Orpheus. Willingly, Palmer was also paid off by the organization, probably through a subsidiary of Pentex, because he had a suspicious deposit in his account that I remembered crossed my desk shortly before I got on a train. I had strong instincts that not only was he a threat to the investigation, that he was also a threat to those that are important to us because of his interference and involvement with Tark's wife, Margot's love, and probably as soon as your girlfriend gets out of the hospital, he would have fucked around with her too. The only thing that probably saved Claire from him is that the fact she's out of this town, but now she's viral, so now I've got to worry about her too. Because she's pregnant as well. All three of y'all are expecting twins.
Wow.
Yeah, ain't that fucking nice for the three of you guys?
No, Margot, it's worse than that. It gives them a sense of hope that their loved ones aren't going to be alone, but it also is a vulnerability.
And 6 lives for 6 lives.
But wait a minute. So Palmer was the threat. Now that Palmer's gone, we have no way to track who the threat is.
Don't worry.
You took away the one link we had to protect our family.
We'll find out more info. This isn't done.
And as you get close to his apartment, there are cop cars everywhere.
Of course there is.
Actually, FBI and police, because while it's an FBI agent, they're wanting to be involved. You're not going to get the Richmond Metro Police not to try to play jurisdiction games and pissing each other's Wheaties. There also seems to be a large number of wraiths hanging out in the area as well.
They're curious.
Any specters, too, that we can see?
How would you tell?
A
lot of them look just like you, is what you've been told.
I'm going to observe. No, see if I notice them doing anything. Are they just standing around or are they active?
There is some, you see one every once in a while, one will come out the building and they'll speak to a small group. You don't recognize the people in the group, at least not by sight. There's a very large man wearing buckskins with a pelt on his shoulder that somebody keeps coming out and talking with. But he'll speak a couple words that you can't hear, and then he goes back inside.
That's that trapper guy, right?
Where's Palmer's apartment?
Condo was on the 3rd floor of that building.
It's on the 3rd floor. We can't go in right now, not with that fucker here.
I'm gonna walk around the back of the building. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna look. I want to see if
that's
anybody's
fine.
back
That's
there.
fine.
Okay. And you go around the back of the building. Pretty easy to walk around it. And you don't see any wraiths in the back of the building. Now, what you do see is on one of the 3rd floor condo balconies, there's a wraith standing up there talking to somebody else, another wraith. They seem to be conferring. And one of them you haven't seen before, though you've had her described to you. And that would be Rebecca Cole is up there. Another one of Daniel's people. And the description actually fits. She looks like a 1940s lounge singer with a dress so tight that you could probably, I'll just leave it at that.
I'm going to walk around looking up every once in a while, but looking around on the ground like I'm looking for something.
Okay.
And then just head back around the other side of the building.
And they don't seem to have noticed you because there's actually a number of wraiths in and around the back. None of them seem to want to, the looky-loos don't seem to want to approach the building. But, so it's pretty easy to to glide amongst them. And you actually catch bits of their conversation. Most of them are wondering, what's Babcock doing out there? And why is Rebecca up there? Is Daniel's got some sort of interest in this?
Interest in what? What happened? By the way, have you seen a small... Oh, never mind.
We just heard that there was a death. FBI agent was killed at the hospital, at the FBI building. And,
oh, wow.
A couple of us come out here hoping that, if they did something there, maybe something got damaged here, or, if somebody went and killed them, maybe they ransacked the place, something get damaged. We were going to look for relics.
I get you.
But,
yeah,
but then shortly we were going to start getting up in the building, because it took us a while to figure out where he lived, then all of a sudden that fucking monster Babcock shows up, throws us all out. And it's stormed by agents and police officers. We weren't worried about that part, but now we're out here trying to figure out, what... I mean, people get killed all the time. Why is the fuck, an interest in that?
I guess, cop gets killed on cop property. Cops are going to be unhappy, right?
Yeah, but fucking quick kill each other all the time. Nothing new.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But, I don't know. You know anything? You heard anything cool? I mean, I haven't heard anything but that.
No, I was here. Somebody said that they had seen a little, it's like a stuffed orange tabby. And it sounded like something that I had when I was a kid.
And one of the women that's standing nearby, I had one of those as a kid. I love Tigger.
There you go.
I took it everywhere with me.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, it's not like it's anything I'd need, and who knows if it. I assume somebody's already scarfed it and they're in the market with it. At this point.
Around here, this city, that's a good bet. They really like to play finders keepers.
Yeah.
And one of the guys next door goes, saying truth there. So,
all right. Well, thanks. You guys be careful.
Oh, I'm not going near that until they leave.
I'm planning on going ahead and making some distance.
Yeah. If there's anything good, they probably, that bitch up there probably took it. She's the type.
Yeah.
She rolls in and fucking ain't nothing left when she leaves. That's the rumor.
I just got to ask, where in the world would she hide it on her? Holy cow.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. And one of the guys goes, what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I ain't complaining.
And the woman just rolls her eyes. Who knows? I know where she could put it. And the guy chuckles at that little comment.
Well,
if I see anything, I'd like to claim that I'll hold it for you, but money's hard to come by. So I may want to overlap.
Like I said, it was just one of those wild hair moments, Got a little bit of time in between work. So
yeah, the work thing is no fun. It's patrol this, guard that, patrol this, guard that, watch this thing and stare at it and hope it doesn't move. If I'd known that's what the afterlife was, I didn't have a choice. Never mind.
All right. Hope I'll see you guys around.
Oh, I'm sure. We hang out around here a bit. This is just, I used to live in one of the condos over there on the fourth floor. I used to live over there. So I like to come and, I don't like how they decorated. The new owners really.
Yeah, no respect.
They went that postmodern shit. Yeah, it's all metal and angles and oh fuck. I think I'm going to just start, moving their shit around when they go to sleep, just to maybe run them off.
Don't get caught doing that stuff. I've heard some bad things about that. So.
Yeah, well, they got to prove it was me.
There you go. Hey, my name's Izzy. If you see me around, say hi.
Oh, I'm Meredith.
Nice to meet you, Meredith.
Not
I'd
like
shake hands,
that
but
bastard
you never know what's going to happen when you touch somebody, right?
Yeah, not that bastard Babcock over there. That's Meredith Babcock. Don't get us confused, please. I'm not like that.
All right.
He's always causing problems.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, well.
he's got a reputation as roughing people up every chance he gets because he's friends of the Anacreon. You know, you seem like you're kind of new here. Just watch out for him.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. You know, maybe I'll see you around.
All right. I better get running. See you later.
And you slip off.
And when I make my way around, I will.
Alexis is shifted back to the dumpsters beside the apartment complex.
Okay.
What is Alexis doing there? Looking to see if there's anything thrown in a dumpster?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're going to roll perception and
Investigation?
Yeah, sure, investigation.
And with this, I'm going to like to use quick searches because I want to be as quick and clean and in and out of here as possible.
Okay, go ahead. You can do that.
All right.
Margot's just trying to stay active and paying attention.
And watching to see what's going on to see if you can catch anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You do see some of the FBI guys coming out with cardboard boxes, folder boxes. Like they're carting out things that they don't want people to get hold of.
That is 7 successes.
7 successes? Okay, looking through the trash, and I mean, it's kind of an odd thing because you can physically go through the
right
trash
through
bag
it.
and stick your head in a trash bag, and the smell is unmanageable, but it doesn't stick to you.
No.
Which is nice.
It's fine.
And you do find a phone that matches the one that you've seen Palmer use, and it is thoroughly smashed up to pieces.
Yeah, but that doesn't delete the data.
It does if the chips are totally smashed, and he looks like he put it in the garbage compactor. Crushed it.
But with it destroyed, well, if he doesn't have attachment to it, it won't be a relic.
Nope. So
I'm going to step out of the dumpster and I'm going to flag Margot to come over.
Okay. Now, Margot, Isaac, you come around the building about the time she does that because it took a little while to search while you were going around the building. So you see her at the trash can, bring Carl and Margot over. Tark, what are you doing? You still watching?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm keeping an eye on the trapper. Just see when
in a crowd of people so that you're not as obvious.
Yeah.
He stands there with he's got his arms across his chest.
And then I want to see who comes up to him and who talks to him. Seems
to be the same individual coming out every couple of minutes. You don't recognize him, never seen him before.
Okay.
But he's got a doctor's outfit of some kind on. But you can't tell who he is. And Margot, you come over to Alexis. Now, Isaac, you see where they are. It's up to you who you're going to walk up to, but I'll let Alexis and Margot talk.
Hey, Margot, I found the phone. It looks like he really smashed it. Would you mind just taking a look at it? I don't know if you can actually do anything, but just take a look at it because, I mean, you're knowledgeable. You probably know a little bit more about if it's damaged beyond investigation.
I'll take a look.
Oh, it's been... Somebody put it in a compactor.
Is there any chance that there might be something?
The data wouldn't be recoverable because the chips would be broken, and you can't really read off of bits and pieces of a chip.
Yeah, it's borked.
Fuck. Okay, I thought it might be. Thanks for the second opinion, because I never know if I'm seeing what's real or not.
I understand, and I did see them carrying boxes of stuff out. The FBI people.
Yeah, I'll. Gotta be real fucking careful because, well, I'm a redhead. I stick out. Fuck. Okay.
You know where they would put evidence. So
I do,
always
and I can always check that later.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. All right. Yeah. You and Tark definitely, once we're done at this library down here when we get back in town, if you can, even if it's not right away, just as you have some free time over the next few days or so, get yourself to the Verizon headquarters. It is legitimate downtown. You can't miss it. It's a giant fucking towering building. It's track down that phone number.
I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
That
I
fucker's
appreciate-
gotta pay.
I appreciate it. Because
I wonder if there's a Google facility here. We could check, because you know how Google
that's
keeps
a
track
good idea.
of every place you go with your phone.
Mhm. Every little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to walk by them and I'm going to go.
yeah,
and just
we're
keep
going to
on
move
walking.
out. We're going to move out.
And you notice them kind of signaling to move out.
Mhm.
And you all step away from the
Apart.
building, and
Mhm.
you're back where you're pretty safe to talk as you're
Mhm.
walking, heading towards this library.
Okay. So, yeah, if you can investigate and I don't know, storyteller, is there a Google place in Richmond? I don't know if there is or not. It's been a number of years since I lived
Don't know
there.
or not, but somebody here has the ability to go through the wires anyway.
Right. So, yeah, y'all do what you can on that. And I probably have some methods to get other information myself. So, and as we're walking, I'm like, do you mind if I take what you gathered?
No, go ahead. Please do.
It's fine.
Thank you.
Just so you know, what was the nightclub Cole?
Oh, that whore.
She was on the balcony in the back. With
Oh, so
somebody,
Daniels is very interested in this.
apparently. And I gotta say, a lot of people don't like that guy in the help. What was his Trapper John?
Babcock.
Yeah, whatever.
Wasn't that the dude Lawyer Barbie wanted us to meet up with? And
Uh-huh. And it was also the one that the former overseer warned us of.
Right. Yeah.
you were the trapper.
By the way, the people who took me, what was the name of that group they wanted us to look into?
The Tombstone Guild. I mean, the
That's who-
Tombstone Gang.
That's who Ami said took me, by the way.
Fucking
I
hell.
don't know if that's relevant for anything in this big puzzle.
Oh,
It may have just been blind luck.
yeah. So
But-
she wanted us to investigate as brand new wraiths. A group of individuals known for snatching people. That bitch.
And one of us got kidnapped regardless, so that doesn't look really good on us. Let's be real. That Lawyer Barbie could
It wasn't
work
intentional.
some.
No,
I-
but no,
No, it wasn't.
no. But you know what? They weren't able to do anything with him because, well, he got released. So
I was just thinking of the double and triple blind kind of.
I get you. But yeah, I can't help but wonder if they're on her payroll.
Backstabbing. Yeah.
But okay. Well, while I'm doing this, I am going to.
You're going to use open book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It is.
Pathos.
I know. Hang on. I'm thinking about the time frame. It's within 1 day, so it's only going to be one pathos.
Mm-hmm.
And you roll intelligence gnosis. That's what you're rolling. Now the resistance of it. That's the question. I'm
I
looking to
got
see.
consent.
Hang on. Any art that difficulty to the willpower. So the difficulty is still their willpower,
And his is 7.
right? But it's not a opposed. They don't roll against you.
Okay.
So your difficulty is 7,
Okay.
and successes do not determine how far back you can look. Successes just means whether you get it. But as long as you get it, it's one pathos because it's a 1 day
Yeah.
old memory.
It's within 1 day.
Right.
Because it was earlier that morning.
Right.
But I I am specifically looking for the information he got off of Palmer's computer.
Right. So you're looking for the exact time that he was at the computer. Because you have to be specific what memory you're looking to pull. Do you get any successes?
Yes, I got 2.
Okay, that's enough. You now have the memory played out of everything. Feels weird to you, by the way, because he was in the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And as somebody who's not as an engineer by trade,
That's really weird.
feeling the ones and zeros, and it's
It's an awesome feeling.
Okay, if you say so, because that's really fucking weird. Holy hell. Oh, God. Okay, I get to look more forward. Margo, are you okay with it, too? Because I got to do it to you, too, babe.
I know.
and Margot's permanent willpower is
8.
8 permanent willpower. There you go.
That is 3 successes.
Okay, so you also pull hers.
Perfect.
Once again, you get that odd feeling. This time, you were in a phone in his pocket, which is really weird because you can feel the cloth of his pocket and the fact it was in it, and his slightly cooling corpse laying against it as you were in it.
God damn. Okay, y'all can keep that shit. God damn. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That way I'll be able to kind of analyze everything you found myself with my eyes and figure out what's vital.
Honestly, it doesn't feel that bad.
No, it does-
I
it
guess
really
it's what
doesn't.
you're used to. I don't know.
I was in Nat's phone for a hot second, and that was kind of nice.
Okay.
You're approaching the school or the library. You see it up in the distance, little squat, like most libraries, little squat buildings. This one isn't a main branch, so it's not that big. And as you're getting close, you actually see a wraith come out of it. And when it looks at you, it's a young woman, maybe early 20s, black hair. She kind of gets a furtive look, like she's trying to be sneaky about it, but it's obvious that she's trying to slink away without being seen slinking away.
Anybody recognize that unhappy person?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
And you step into a library. And the first thing that hits you is the smell of books. But unfortunately, because of the effects of entropy, they're moldy, kind of damp book smell. Leather smells a little bit closer to wet dog than full leather. But as you go through there, of course, there's living is in there at the moment. Not that many. Right around almost New Year's now. It's actually closing early today. And there's actually 2 raids you can see ahead of you. One, Alexis, you have not seen in a long time. Your father's there, speaking to a man looks to be in his 60s or 70s.
Hmm.
And
I'll
they're
put my
kind of
hand up.
having a conversation.
I'll put my hand up and let's wait till they're done talking. Ami said that we shouldn't interrupt him if he's talking with somebody.
Oh, I know.
I guess you would. Sorry.
Okay.
And they talk probably about 4 or 5 minutes. And then they shake hands about something. And the old guy walks off. Now, though he's 60 or 70, he doesn't move like that. You haven't really seen any that kind of move like that anymore.
Alexis will walk half distance to him.
He turns.
Hey, Daddy.
Lexi, I assume Ami found you? She looks around. He looks around at Lexus and peers a bit at Isaac.
She did.
Yeah. She never listens to me when I say don't talk about me. But I guess I'll forgive her this time. I think there's a good reason for that. And he comes over and just, at first he's leans in like he's going to give you a hug, then he shifts back, then he leans, and he finally just kind of shrugs and...
I just grab him and hug him.
And he just hugs you for a bit. And then he just kind of whispers, I'm sorry you're here.
No, it was bound to happen.
Mm.
You know this.
No. It's not bound to happen. Not everybody comes here. So don't give me that. How you been, kid?
And I lean back from him and... Well, I almost got him.
Well,
Almost.
You know, it's always the almost that gets you.
I know.
I almost survived the heart attack.
I know.
It's the almost that gets you. Now, introduce your friends.
Please.
I mean,
Come on.
I know
guys.
we need to catch up and all, but you know me, I like to be hospitable.
And
I know Isaac.
yeah, this is...
Though I was told his name is Itzhak, and then she tells me it's Isaac, and then she calls him Itzhak again.
Oh, you know, some immigrants Americanize their names.
So which is it? Are you Itzhak or Isaac? Which do you prefer?
Isaac, please.
Who are the other
was a
two? Or
different person.
who's the other three? And Aurora immediately introduces herself. And he kind of looks for a second. Wait a minute. I think one of your books is in here.
I should probably go wander off to see.
Oh, yeah. She's going to look for her book.
And this is Tark Tiernan
Hello.
and Margot Quinn.
Mr. Tiernan?
Just call me Tark.
Mrs. Quinn? Miss Quinn?
Miss Quinn.
Miss Quinn. Well, I'm Kenneth. Friends call me Ken. I guess if you're here with Lexi here, you can call me Ken if you want. It's damn good to see you, girl. I mean, it's I haven't checked in on you lately because I don't get up
I know.
to DC. Our kind don't travel that far that often. You know, it's not safe outside the city. I mean, we're not really outside the city. We're just outside their reach.
Yeah.
You know, I like the library. We used to bring you here all the time.
I know.
So figured why not? Got to have somewhere to set up.
Yeah. I this on this side, it's not as it used to be, but
You get used to it. I don't even smell the moldy books till someone mentions it.
mm-hmm.
After long enough, you kind of,
Just get used to it.
yeah, you're just the way it is. You know,
Have you checked in on Mom?
not this week. I mean, I check in from time to time, but
I know.
when, you know, I didn't know you were over here.
I was going to take her to the ballet again.
I think I'm going to avoid going to see her at this point because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to enjoy her broken up. Because I don't think she's going to handle this very well. You get kind of numb to it all after you've been here long enough. Though I sure as hell didn't want to see you over here. This is not a good existence. This is bleak as it gets.
Yeah, well, they don't realize the bitch they have on their hands, do they, Daddy?
Well, I mean, that's always a thing, but it's just not a fun place to be.
I figure something I did in life made me deserve it, so here I am.
So are you still walking the straight and narrow?
As best I can.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Ami wasn't supposed to tell people I'm out here. Let's just say they don't like me in Richmond. We have different views on what should be allowed and what is allowed. And, you know me, I'm stubborn and I stick to what I want to do.
I know.
And I don't take to people telling me you can't do something. especially useful shit.
Yeah. I'm thinking some of it runs in families.
Ami's been trying to tell me that for years. Maybe. I haven't seen proof, but, it's...
Let's just say I've got a mind like a steel trap, Daddy.
Well, you and I will have to talk as soon as there's free time.
Mm-hmm. And I can also put people to sleep.
Yeah, that's... I know you remember some of those weird dreams.
I do.
I stopped doing that after a while. It just got kind of... Look, I wandered into the wrong dream you were having. And some things a father does not want to see.
That was a hilarious... I woke up from that one laughing my ass
well, some
off,
things
Daddy.
a father doesn't need to see. I'm just telling you.
Well, Daddy, sometimes your little girl does grow up.
Well, no, they don't. They never do. Little girls never grow up. Ask any father. So, I mean...
That's true.
We just wanted to stop by and pay a visit.
Well, I'm glad you did. I assume because you found me here, y'all ran into Ami? How's she
Yes.
doing at the stall today?
She's made a little money.
Good. I mean, I found her some more things to sell. I think we're not gonna hold a shop though. We'll let it, when it runs out, our weekly fee runs out, we'll probably take a week out of there to try to do some more relic hunting out here.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping to score something a little better than a bit here, a bit there.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to build up a stock.
Margot, Fallon, Quinn, all this talk of happy families. Was it going to be Nat Quinn?
Didn't think about that. I figured we'd hyphenate.
Didn't think, what?
Oh, sorry. Don't mind me.
I've been trying to teach them not to respond to it in front of others.
Yeah, that's something we all slip.
Of course we do.
Mine's quiet this week. And I went and spent some time in town. I had to sneak in, but, sometimes you gotta slip in to take care of some stuff. You can't beat a good partner no matter what you do. So, you'll learn.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at keeping that voice from getting a little too riled up. That's one of our expenses that, we're trying to make money to pay for.
Yeah.
Because they don't do that stuff for free.
Of course not. That's too handy.
No. When you build an economy on souls, it seems like they want to take money for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes over and gives you a hug. And
I give him a hug and I just whisper to him, thank you.
love you, Lexi.
Love you too, Daddy.
And we're going to end the scene here. And we're going to go to break at this point. And we will see you in 10 minutes. And enjoy the break, everybody.
She lives in murk and shadow, cold as the alleys of stone. She's a blur in the window, a prisoner of the underworld. She watches life from the gloom. Friends she lost and lovers too. That simple life she once knew before the cursed dark consumed. She sings a song to the moon, the loneliest song you ever knew. A friend she lost, lovers too, of life before she fell to blue. She watches life from the gloom. Friends she lost, and lovers too. That simple life she once knew, before the cursed dark consumed. Hush, child, open your eyes. You are not alone. We are your dark ones, holding you close. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. We've been waiting for you. That world doesn't want you like we do. We see you, for in the night fire shines bright. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. Oh, how we've been waiting for you. Why fight the night when the night is endless? Why cling to the light when the light always diminishes? Come dance in the dark and you will be fearless. Let the dark kill the love in your heart till your heart is painless. Come, let's leave this world behind. Dance with the dark ones in your mind. Come, let's leave them all behind. Dance with the dark ones. Dance with the dark ones. Hush, child, open your eyes. You are not alone. We are your dark ones, holding you close. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. We've been waiting for you. That world doesn't want you like we do. We see you, for in the night fire shines bright. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. Oh, how we've been waiting for you. Why fight the night when the night
welcome back before the break. They had a bit of a rest of the market day, got some clothes, and Isaac took everyone out to go to a library where Alexis found out her father is. And they also popped into Palmer's apartment, but couldn't actually get into the apartment because apparently some of Anacreon Daniel's people were there snooping around as well. Now, the next day, this circle of Wraiths had guard duty, and we're actually going to start skipping time about 2 weeks ahead. Still no sign of Noah. Unfortunately, when you came back, you told Spectra and Daniel, the marshal, that he went off with his flask. And for somebody that was so worried about everything, Daniel seemed to be blasé about him not showing up, saying he'll either show up or he won't. One of the two. And you all, along with Aurora, began doing guard and patrolling the city and learning your duties. So we're about 2 weeks ahead when the four of you actually have a night off. Now, unfortunately, Aurora wasn't able to get off work. She's actually part of a different group. That night she's supposed to be doing some masking stuff. She has to do some shaping, and Sabrina has asked her to remove some guild marks off of some of the members' fellow legionnaires to remove marks from their use of arcani. So she's tied up with that this night. So where does this circle meet on their off nights? Now, I know that two of the members have a haunt. Both of them are big enough to hold people, but it's a question of whether you meet in a house in the center of the city that Tark may have to deal with his family, or at the other haunt that another member of this circle has.
I leave that up to the members who have a haunt.
You're all welcome to come to my house if you want to. It's a pretty nice place.
Welcome at the studio. I doubt we're going to be having any business.
Those sound pretty good. Can't think of any place else that would be a good spot.
Okay, so the studio, which is empty at night. Actually, it's not been used much since Margot died. Though Nat has not closed it. Spends many a day there.
Is this going to be too painful for you?
Fine. This is where I felt the most comfortable. And hey, at least I get to see her a little bit.
How is she doing?
It's rough. She's... I wish I could turn back time and change things. To be honest.
But you can't, though. Like we learned today, you can't from Ami. We can't change what happened in the past. We just have to live with it now. And maybe it would be best for Nat if you just let her go. Don't you think?
It's just the way things are. The only thing I can do is hope she'll figure it out.
Yeah. I finally got up the nerve to go check in on my son.
How is he?
A lot like me. He's compartmentalizing and getting ready to start back up his classes. He got into med school, so he's getting ready to start that at med school. But he's in the quiet moments, sometimes it gets to him, of course. Then I stopped by and checked on my mom. was devastating.
Yeah, I imagine so.
No parent ever wants to outlive their children. Were you able to get any details on that phone number?
Oh, yeah. We're kind of narrowed it down to one of 3 towers, potentially.
Where?
Churchill.
What? Churchill? That's where my house is. Do you have specific addresses for those towers?
Storyteller, do I have specific?
You've got it narrowed down. You know generally where it would be. You can't pick an exact house, but it wouldn't take much to, since you can walk through walls, to find exactly which one it was.
Well, before we go off on this chase, Tark, did you find anything? I know you mentioned checking out his Google data.
I did. And he was at the train station earlier in the day, on the day we were supposed to show up. Apparently, I guess he was going to blow us up. But he was there at the station. I guess waiting for us to arrive.
Wow.
Motherfucker. Well, now they'll have to find some new tool to do their dirty work.
I'm sure they will.
Oh, I'm sure they will too, and I'll do my damnedest to track that one down too. Okay. I've been... Well, working with Buchanan.
How's that going?
Really well. Really well. He's strong. And I'll make sure I get that intel to him. Because he definitely needs it. He was able to get what I was going to deliver to Noah. Thank God Thomas did what he did. What I was going to give to Noah was actually at the train station. In a lockbox.
Had we come in as planned, do you think the bomb would have destroyed that too?
Oh, easily.
Along with us?
Easily. Easily. That's some DOD shit, Tark.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure of the placement where the lockbox was.
Did you do contracts with them?
Yes.
Did you say it was in a lockbox?
Yeah.
Like a anonymous lockbox? Would it still be there?
No, I told Buchanan to pick it up.
Oh.
I told him where the key was. I had it hidden.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So when I go back to see him, he'll probably have disseminated that and realized exactly what we were dealing with. How you been, Isaac?
Just recovering. Thanks.
Yeah. You look better.
Well, a little rest can do good things for you, apparently, even when you're dead. So, been practicing. I've gotten fairly decent at making people feel better. Apparently, that's going to be my lot in death.
That's awesome, though.
Hey, at least you can do something worthwhile. Earn some of those people money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to be useful.
Funny how that word keeps coming up.
Of use.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you, I know Prudence is still hierarchy and lives outside of the city. You don't have to do the jobs. You don't have to work in the city. If you're really not happy, set up outside. Do relic hunting. Make some money that way. You're still hierarchy. You can sell in the market.
It's kind of good, though, spending at least a little while up front doing the patrols to get
I agree.
get to know the city better
I
from
agree.
our side.
I'm probably not going to leave the city. Everything I love is here. But
You had said before that armor wasn't the main threat.
no, he
That
was
it
a tool.
this- Have you seen anybody else around your families? I mean, that was a concern. I mean, they showed up at
Storyteller?
place, right?
Have I?
No, nothing suspicious around your families right now. I know Alexis did try to convince Buchanan to get Claire to come to
I did.
Richmond, but we don't know if that's worked yet.
Mm-hmm. I did ask Marty to leverage his contacts into trying to get Claire closer. I don't think we have... I'm so concerned because with Palmer being bought, I have strong concerns that other individuals, possibly even higher up in my organization in life, might be bought.
Yeah, do you have any feelings like that about any of the other agents you know that might have been susceptible to being bought like that?
I'm going to roll Keys to the Memory Palace.
Okay, that's one to roll. You can roll that. Let me find it on my list here. I just got to scroll through all these powers.
That's a smart idea, Tark.
Yeah.
I have
Keys to the Memory
occasionally.
Palace. Let's see.
Not often, but I have.
Intelligence Mnemnosis.
In my
And-
experience, it's the few cups that aren't buyable. It's kind of rare.
Standard difficulty, by the way. Lots of dice. I could hear them from here.
That is 5 successes.
You have a couple ideas of people that you don't know if they're on the take, but you know a couple that you wouldn't put it past. Ones that have a history in their dossier of a lot of disciplinary and or IA investigations.
There were more than a few assholes I worked with. I'm sure some of them could be bought.
90% of cops are assholes too.
That's true.
That's my experience.
That's true. That's true. And FBI agents are even worse. I know. I clawed my way up as a woman. Yeah, so it's possible. Luckily, Marty's not one that can be bought.
Now, I would like everyone to roll wits. And let's see, we'll go, you can go wits enigmas, you can go wits investigation. Trying to roll about remembering something. Wits, I don't know, if you can think of something else to roll that too, difficulty 6.
If it's memory, can I add my mnemosinus?
Yes, you can, sure. If you want to add Mnemnosis dice to a memory, you can do that too. Because sure, with what I'm trying to see if anyone remembers. And it's just, you know, you can always hold up how many successes you got or 0 or,
What is
poke yourself in the eye.
What's our target?
6. Default 6.
Thank you.
And it's meets or beats, right?
Yeah. Meets or beats. That's right.
Okay. So
3, 5, 5, 5. Okay. Actually, all of you. The mention of Church Hill from Margot about the cell towers. You also remember one other key point about Church Hill. That's where you were told the Tombstone Gang was operating out of. Now, Tark, you haven't seen them around your house, but it's a lot of things going on in a small area.
That's very suspicious to Alexis. Okay, so let's
Wait
talk.
A minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Alexis, but we don't think that the Tombstone Gang's involved with the company.
I was just thinking the same thing,
'Cause
Isaac.
they took me and they held me someplace for something else.
I mean, I would have assumed the slave block, but who the hell knows what they were going to do?
Oh crap, that's scary.
It's insane. But too many coincidences.
Yeah, way too many coincidences in a small area.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
yeah, let's go. And like I said, my house is open to all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
We may need to retreat.
Mm-hmm.
So you all set off for Church Hill. Now, Church Hill is not on the outskirts, but it's more towards the outskirts than the downtown for sure. And are you just going in there? I need to know, is there any real precautions? I know Alexis has a
I have brass knuckles.
brass knuckles in her pocket.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you all wanting to go quickly? I mean, I could kind of try and run us there, but
That would be, if you feel you can spare it.
I think I need practice.
Okay.
Seems fun, Itzhak.
It is a little harder with extra. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
This seems fun, Itzhak. If you need some help, I'm here for the fun. After all, you're gonna fuck it up anyway.
I don't know. Maybe we ought to be more careful and take our time.
That may be
I'm
good
sorry.
too. That way we can keep a better eye on who's coming and going out of the area.
Right.
Yeah.
damn it, Tark, they're there. Your family's there. And they're just nearby. That can't be a coincidence. You've got to deal with these assholes.
We're going. Yeah, we're going to deal.
So you all set out to go there. Now, this is Tark, you know the way. You've been here quite a bit. I'm sure at some points everyone has seen your house a few times over this past period of time. Now, for Margot, your area it's around the George Mason Elementary School is where you've narrowed it down to. Not the school itself, but the cell phone was used in that little particular area. And as you go through, of course, it's evening time. It's not a lot of activity as you're entering the neighborhood. But I'm going to assume you don't stop like right in the middle of the street where you've narrowed it down to.
No.
You're about a street up, and I will turn the scene over to you to decide. You're far enough away with intervening buildings. You're not even within sight of any of the possible houses. You've narrowed it down to 3 or 4 houses in a little close cluster, but you're definitely out of sight of all those that you can come up with formulate a plan.
All right. It's kind of in this area. It's near this elementary school, kind of around. I don't know. It seems a little sketch and almost a little creepy to go waltzing through an elementary school.
Well, it's evening. There's nobody there right now, do you think?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about those striplings.
No.
I'm doing a quick search of the area, storyteller.
Okay.
And I got 4 successes. Actually, I'm sorry. I forgot to roll a 10 because I used quick searches. That's 5 successes.
Okay, well, where you're at, it's not actually. There's not. You don't see many of the living moving around. You also don't see any race where you're at either. It's kind of a...
It is ridiculously quiet here.
What? Nobody? You don't see anybody?
Hardly at all.
Not even wraiths?
No.
That's odd.
All right. So we're a little ways away from where you triangulated it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a perimeter around, slowly circling in, and see if we pick up anything as we get closer. Okay?
I'm going to, you think it would do any good to maybe look from above?
You can do that.
I've been working on it.
Hell yeah, that'd be handy.
I would like to spend a pathos and
Okay.
use phantom wings.
Okay. Wits plus Argos. Difficulty is 6.
3 successes.
So it'll give you 3 turns. It'll give you a little bit of time at your normal jogging speed.
Okay.
But that's enough.
So,
You'll know when it's about to fade. It's not like I'm going to have you plummet from the sky.
okay.
I'm not that mean.
Yes,
So as you're watching these translucent wings
They can be
Pop
whatever
out.
description you want.
just fly up,
Holy hell.
wow, that's
He's a
pretty
fu-
impressive.
He's a fucking fairy now.
I heard that. I can rip your body apart.
How,
I can wipe your fucking mind.
how high does Isaac fly? That's the question.
I'm going to go. Are we mostly single stories, double stories?
They're double stories. I actually put the link
Okay.
in chat to a map that shows you overhead of the where the school is, but it's double story houses.
Then 10 feet above, so probably 30 to 40 feet.
Okay. And as he sets off to go do that, I'm going to let him roll perception and actually roll perception alertness and perception awareness, difficulty 6, because you're checking both sides of it. And while you're standing there, Margot, as you're standing there with Alexis and Tart looking up, something catches your sight out of the corner of your eye. There's a foot sticking out from under a bush nearby. It looks kind of familiar to you.
Gonna wave at Alexis and point and
I'll look over.
No, you don't see anything, Alexis. Margot, you're convinced. Actually, that looks like Noah's foot sticking out from under a bush.
Marco, what are you seeing?
swear it's Noah's foot in that bush. Swear.
I don't see anything.
You ran him off this far? What did you say?
I didn't. Are you sure you don't see anything?
It's dark. You don't think you see it, but it's dark. Both of you'd have to get closer to make sure for sure that one sees it and one doesn't.
Okay, let's move just a little closer, not too
Margo
far
is-
from the guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a drunk, passed out Noah under the bush, Margot. No, he's not, Alexis.
Margo, there's nothing here. Oh, your asshole in your head plays the same tricks on you.
Fucking God.
Yeah, because there's nothing here.
I knew
It's a bush.
it's gonna be
All right,
fucking Eve's bush by the time I get through with it.
So for Isaac, you're flying up above, checking out that cluster of 4 houses right at the southwest corner of the school. And from up there, you don't see any life sight. What's your full successes?
2 on alertness, 1 on awareness.
Okay. You don't see any life sight of people moving around. You do see You barely caught sight of it, but it looks like somebody on your side of the Shadowlands went into the smaller house on the very southeast corner of that little square of houses. It was coming from the school's direction.
All right. I'm going to head back to everybody else and just go down and hit the ground and walk.
I will
So I'm
follow.
out of
And you
here
see
as
him
quickly
glide
as
into
possible.
everybody. Just kind of glides in all,
Okay,
winged.
that is smooth.
Yeah, it is.
Useful. There was somebody that came out of the school in that small house over there on our side,
Oh.
and went into it.
Shit.
Okay. We will head that way.
I'm going to assume you're trying to sneak.
Yes.
You're not just going to go blunder through the street. Assume competence.
Mhm.
So we're going to go dexterity and stealth. If you don't have stealth, just roll straight dexterity. Difficulty is 6.
Woo, that's 2 successes.
2 successes negated by 2 ones.
Oh, shit.
0 successes. The curse struck.
2 successes and a 1.
So,
So one
success.
success. And Margot?
3 successes.
Wow. The dominatrix is the sneaky one of the group. Sneakiest on this.
The lady in heels is the sneakiest.
So you try to be sneaky going up to this building, and you think you are, because of course you always think you're sneaky. And it's a small, it's actually, this is a 1-story house. It's a little tiny house compared to all the others around it. It's very nondescript too. Just looks like typical suburbia house to you. No, there's no car parked out front on the street though. And as you get close to it, a ghost steps through one of the walls. Now, for everyone except Isaac, you don't recognize this individual. Isaac, you've seen someone in this armor before. It is one of the ones who tried to abduct you. You can't identify which one because they all look the same.
I am going to take a step backwards.
You're in the wrong place. Suggest you move on.
Yes, sir. My apologies. We'll go. And I just turn and start walking the other way.
Okay. What is Alexis, Tark, and Margot doing? I know that look on Alexis's face. I know what she's about to do.
We're just exploring. But why? What's here? What do we need? Why do we need to leave?
That's not your concern, what's here. Your concern is to leave.
Who are you to tell us to leave?
I'm the one who's standing here in armor compared to you wearing just some shitty ass clothes.
That is a point.
Do have a point. Margot's doing impulse, but she's playing like she's back in.
Okay, you're going to run impulse on him. Let's roll this now. Impulse, you're going to roll manipulation intimation.
Mm-hmm.
And your difficulty is going to be, let me find the difficulty real quick to make sure I give you the right one. It affects a wraith, not the shadow. Target's willpower. You're going to love this. Your difficulty's 5.
Ooh.
Storyteller, how close do I have to be for Morphin Embrace? I don't think it's actually a
Sight.
touch. Sight?
7. That's a damn nice amount of successes. Right now, the uppermost purpose in his mind is he's got to guard this building and he wants to get off because you have additional successes. He was just hoping his fucking shift would end so he could get off and turn it over to Rob.
Mhm. Good name.
Now, for somebody who's using Morphine Embrace, she doesn't know her difficulty yet, so let me get her difficulty, because of course she is. Let's see. It's going to be, he's going to resist, The difficulty you know is 5 because it's his willpower. And he's rolling against it.
While this is happening, Alexis is taking back steps, but still keeping her eyes on him.
Okay.
So it looks like she's backing off.
Okay. What do you get?
That would be 7 successes.
You beat his ass. And as you're backing up, suddenly he just kind of falls down to the ground.
A lot of good armor does when you need to take a nap.
It must have tired him out.
Mm-hmm. Did you get anything on him, Margo?
Walk back.
He was waiting for his shift to be over, so he couldn't wait for someone named Rob to come and take his shift. So they're in rotations guarding this place.
This is one of the people who took me.
Mm-hmm.
It is?
Yep.
I'm going to use Dreamweaver because fucker's asleep.
Okay. Yes, you can. Now, you could try to subtly influence his behavior once they wake up. You can change a dream, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to pay 2 pathos.
Mm-hmm, I've done
You're
it.
going to roll manipulation plus phantasm. What are you trying to do to his dream? You can turn it into a nightmare. You can make it a better dream. Basically, you can influence how he wakes up and how he feels when he wakes up.
I think I'm going to make him feel like when he wakes up, he's going to feel really ashamed that they got the drop on him.
So you're going to give him dreams where he's being mocked and ridiculed about his failures.
Yes.
That's going to be a difficulty of 7.
Okay.
And it's your manipulation phantasm.
While she's doing that, I'd like to take a peek.
Okay.
That is 5 successes.
5 successes? Okay. That pretty good chance of that working. You still know how your take a peek works? You know his willpower is 5. So.
Okay. All right. 5 successes.
5 successes. That's pretty nice, actually. Let me scroll up here to get what we get. 5 successes. Okay. His shadow is about even with him right now. His archetype is an abuser. His primary thorn is allies. He likes to call friends. His shadow seems to have a lot of shadow friends. And his dark passion, to hurt others the way he was hurt in life. That's his strongest passion.
As I'm seeing these things, I'm going to just recite them out.
And
so
his
that
shadow
Alexis
is
can
staring
hear 'em.
at you because his shadow's not asleep, but it's superimposed over the body and it's grinning at you. It doesn't look mad at what you did. It's got a grin like it finds it amusing.
Oh, yeah. It's got fodder to abuse him now.
If I can see it looking at me, I'm going to say, "Can you hear me? Would you like to feel better about yourself and be able to torture him a little bit more?"
And it just kind of points at the building.
Got a shift mate that's going to be coming up anytime.
So we need to
should
get in,
probably
check it
look.
out. Yeah,
And
let's
get
get
out.
in, check
Okay.
it out, and get the fuck out. He's going to be out probably 8 hours.
Let's
Or
hope.
until his buddy shows up and catches him sleeping on the job.
Mhm.
Is his armor removable?
No, it's made from his skin.
Okay.
Okay.
And so you step
I
into this-
repeat, is his arm? No.
I mean, if you had a knife, you could probably skin him. It wouldn't be useful armor, but it would hurt and it would wake him up as you started to skin him.
Yeah.
As you step into the building, the outside looked like just a normal house. That's not what you see inside.
I'm going to stay outside and keep an eye for anybody approaching.
Okay, you're pulling watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Anywhere in particular you're watching from?
Yeah, up on the roof.
That's what I was wondering. It's not hard to get on the roof. I mean, you don't even have to use your wings. Technically, it's a 1-story building.
Okay.
So you don't have the same problems you used to have. So you're up on the roof. Now, you all step into the building. Yeah, it looks like a normal house. When you go inside, it lacks all the furniture of a normal house. But it's been used a bit because it does have takeout containers and food stuff all over the kitchen. Paper plates, plastic utensils, drinking cups. Someone spends time here and gets delivery quite a bit. I know she's rolling, so we'll let her roll. I don't know what she's rolling. She hasn't said. She likes to surprise me.
It's one of the quick that's been there on stakeout. Okay,
But no quicker in it at the moment.
I got, I did a perception investigation for a quick search of the place because we're trying to get in and out quickly. And I got 9 successes, exploding 10s with that specialization.
Very good. You don't see anything at first, but you do, after going through the place, notice it looks like the dishwasher has been shoved back and forth repeatedly, moved often, pulled out from where it slides under the counter.
Something's behind the dishwasher. They move it frequently.
Margot's going to take a peek.
Okay, you're going to push through it?
Mm-hmm.
There's a rather thick manila folder hidden behind it.
There's a folder.
Can you tell what's in it?
Can I
No,
stick my hand?
being able to put your face in it enough to see a page without pushing through it?
Do any of us have the ability to pull shit across?
Not sure. Is that a inhabit thing?
Yes, that would be an inhabit power.
Okay.
I believe that's something you can do with Claim the Shell.
Okay.
Let's see, it says it has to be destroyed first while you're in it. But there's a very easy way to destroy the place too while you're in it. Because you can misfire the natural gas in this place.
Mm-hmm.
You might take a little burn damage, but you could pull it across the shell with you.
Okay.
Do you want to tag team this?
Okay. Sure. Who's
To get into it to claim it, you're going to need to spend 3 pathos and strength plus inhabit. The difficulty here is only 6. You only need 1 success to get in it. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you get in it. I'll light the place on fire.
You're going to do what?
Do you want to know what's in the folder?
I do. Okay, let me get out of here. I'll get Isaac away from the building because,
No, leave him on top. It'll be fun.
No.
It'll be funny.
I'm kidding.
Come on.
No, that way, in case y'all need healed, he can heal you without him being damaged himself.
Yep.
Okay, y'all do. I'm gonna trust y'all. Y'all do your thing. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm out. And I come out, and I'm like, Isaac, get down.
What?
Come on, we
So
gotta
I'll
get away.
scoot
We
over to the edge.
gotta get away. They're basically gonna torch the place.
Can we move this guy inside? Sorry, he really pissed me off.
If we jostle him, will he wake?
If you're easy about it, I will let you roll dexterity and before I'll let you decide to roll or not after I tell you what you're going to roll. Okay, you could roll dexterity and athletics will work. to move him across? It's up to you.
I don't know.
I will, but I will also burn willpower.
Okay.
How much willpower can I burn, storyteller?
How much you want to. I'm only going to make it need one success.
I will burn 1 willpower to ensure I get that.
So you can slide him into the building.
And what's my difficulty again?
For claim the shell. This is where shit gets rough. For claim the shell, you got to roll. You spend 3 pathos. It is strength plus inhabit against difficulty 6, but you only need 1 success.
3 pathos. Okay. Well, I've got an 8 and 2 10s, so
That's enough. You're in the folder, and it's ready to come across the moment it's destroyed. Now, when it gets destroyed, your shadow will gain 1 temporary angst. That's all, because it only takes 1 to claim it. And it will be for 1 scene on your side with you.
okay.
Okay, but now you've got to cause a fire to burn the building, which is going to be Margot. You're going to make the stove kind of blow right there. It may not burn the whole building down, who knows, but it should be enough to burn the papers once it catches the counter on fire.
It's going to be fucking fun.
Yep.
That's what I know.
1 pathos, strength plus inhabit, difficulty 6. That's enough. So Alexis and Isaac are outside.
Across the street to get cover.
And-
So we can also keep an eye on the place after we move the guy inside.
Yep. And what Margot does is she literally sticks her hand down in where the pipe is around it and just starts rubbing her ghostly hand while she concentrates. And the fitting right around the end where the gas line goes in, gas starts leaking past the tape. Go ahead.
Is that rubbing that pipe, that fitting on the end? Does that feel familiar somehow?
No, it does not. I haven't had to do that in a while.
And suddenly, you whoosh, flames shoot up. Margot, you take 1 aggravated wound as the flames burn you. And then you leave the building, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tark, this is gonna fucking hurt, right? This is our body. You shouldn't get us both injured.
I'm executing the plan. Maybe this is from Pentex. Maybe it'll get us closer to where we need to go. So just shut up.
I hate when you're fucking right, you fucking shit.
That's better.
And the fire doesn't take long to spread. Now, anyone outside the building, you can't tell there's fire at all, except a little bit of light reflecting in the window a little bit. And then it finally catches enough that you start feeling the folder burn. Now you will take 1 aggravated wound as well, Tark.
Okay.
And your shadow gains an angst.
Okay. So that's 2,
As
right?
you pull the item with you, as it destroys, as you leave it, you take it with you. And you find yourself right outside the building, right outside the wall you exited through, holding a manila envelope on your side.
And
of the
Alexis
shadow
waves you all over to where they are.
And you can see that the flames are starting to pick up in the building because once it gets going, the gas leak is continuing.
All right, let's get out of here, get away from here because he had backup coming soon. And let's review what's in that folder.
So you take off. Now,
It's Zach. Fire. We remember fire. Does it remind you of something?
He deserved it.
Oh. Your own father deserved it. Oh.
That's not what I meant.
so are you just taking off running, or is, I know I saw Isaac leaning forward like he was planning to use something.
I have a tell.
As he gets excited and gets into it, he's like, I'm going to do this.
You're going to have everybody link hands?
I'm actually going to grab 2 hands and say, I'll grab Alexis and Tark and say,
Okay.
grab Margot.
Are you burning the willpower to stop from giving their shadow power?
Yep.
You could also
Yes.
see if they can try to use their willpower to prevent it from going. You haven't tried that part
No.
yet.
No, I don't think I have time to do that in
Okay,
this
so
situation.
you burn 2
'cause-
willpower.
And I will grab Margot.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now you're
And I'm
rolling
gonna burn
perception. Argos difficulty is 6.
And I would like to burn another willpower.
Okay. So you automatically
Well.
have 1 success.
Sweet doggy. That's 4 rolled successes in addition to that.
So it
So
makes
5.
5.
Total.
We are
Now,
out of here.
The oddest thing happens as you start to step. A nihil opens at you all's feet, and you all step right into it with following Isaac. And in a blink of an eye, where were you heading? Where was the
Tark's
ultimate
house.
destination?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good in my
Tark's house.
You
would be
step
our
out
last.
in the attic of Tark's house, right through the same nihil. You all
Holy
had
hell.
a brief glimpse of the Tempest. You saw the churning sea of emotion, and you saw the bits and pieces of everything, but you almost sidestepped through it all at once.
Oh my God.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Whoa.
Isaac.
As his skills increased, he spends less time walking faster and more time direct shortcutting.
Holy hell. Whew.
Sorry, I kind of panicked. Everyone okay?
No, we're good. We're good. That's
good.
just, I didn't know
Amazing.
that's how that worked.
It's the first time I think he did it that way.
My sister's pretty good at this stuff.
Oh, shit. Okay. Do you mind if I take a look at the folder or the thing, Tark?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Have a look.
So I will go ahead and take the papers out and review
Very
them.
first thing when you open the middle of the folder, it's a picture of Angela at her house. Next photo is a picture of Isaac off of his train badge. And then there's a piece of paper under that. Possible asset. Leverage the girlfriend to force compliance. Next picture is a picture of Natalie. And then a picture, Margot, at your studio. You don't recognize when it came from. And then a note, again, possible asset. Leverage her assistant to force compliance. And this continues again. For Alexis, it's a picture of her son. And a picture of you. You recognize it. It's your ID's picture taken straight from the FBI database. Possible asset. Leverage her son to force compliance. Tark, it's your wife. And a picture of you from your badge access your lab. The picture you find next strikes you an odd because it's a picture of Claire. But it's clear she's not out of town. It's a picture of her in Richmond. And it's a picture of Noah from an article. Well, Alexis recognizes the article from years ago. Problematic individual. Must find what he knows. Use the wife to gather the info. And then you come to a picture of Aurora. You see a woman none of you have seen. Well, you've seen her briefly at the hospital. Muscle for targeted attacks. Leverage her wife to force the participation. And that's all that was in this folder. But it details somebody important to each of you, and it shows a picture of each of you. And references using that's what is important to make you do what they want. And I turn the scene back to the players.
Fucking bullshit. They're trying to force force us to do things.
Now do
Whoever-
you understand, Isaac, why I killed Palmer?
Okay, I'm not stupid. I get that, but the question is, who's the op now? Isn't that the right word?
The pictures that we saw, are these original pictures or are they printed like they're from
They're
a
not
file?
grainy as if they've been repeatedly copied. In Alexis's case, it's literally looks like it was a photo that's been blown up from her badge. Yours, it was your badge at the lab.
Okay.
For Margot, it was taken inside her studio. She's not quite sure which customer that would have been, but it was somebody with a camera to get a picture. Isaac was his badge. Now, the family member ones, each of them seem to be taken recently because it shows the winter. It shows Christmas lights up at places.
Free time. Keep eyes on your people.
Mm-hmm.
You will find who the ops are.
Fucking Christ. What? Why does it seem like everything gets fucking worse the more we look?
Yeah. But, I just had a thought. I wonder, if we take another look into the Verizon tower database, if we can find matches between phones and that are common between all of our families close to where they live, to see if there's any common people that would be going around all of them.
That is a very smart
That's
idea.
a very smart idea, Tark.
And possible for a spirit.
Absolutely. Very good idea.
Then
It'll
maybe-
only take a little bit of time. We could do this.
Right.
It's no problem.
Yeah, and then maybe we can, find out exactly who it is.
Mm-hmm.
And one nice thing about being a spirit is you can actually cross-index entire databases directly by interfacing the computers. And this is where we're going to end this episode. With this circle, finding out everyone is now caught up. What started off as only targeting 4 people for execution somehow got everyone on their radar. And it goes back to a scene at the very first season where you were watched from the top of a building by somebody with a walkie-talkie who stepped off the building and then left the body and got away. Somebody who saw you on this side instead of in the spirit lands, who could identify possible agents or possible assets to be used by a certain group of motherfuckers. So, of course, first off, let me thank the players. For the viewer XP, the votes came down 4 Noah, 2 Margot, 3 Alexis, 5 Aurora, 1 Tark, 2 Isaac. I'm going to give everybody an XP, and then when Aurora returns, I will give her 1 bonus XP on top of that. So everybody gets an XP for that. Of course, we get our normal. Everyone gets 2 XP. If you're viewing this show,
3 XP, I thought.
well, 3 XP everyone gets on top of that. So everyone here gets 4 XP starting off. If you're watching this on Twitch, pop over to the Discord right over here. Go to the Necropolis, vote on who gets a viewer vote. As you can see, a number of people got votes, and there was a number of votes. So guess what I do? I give everybody some XP and then a bonus one to whoever got the most votes. Remember that when you're voting. If only 1 or 2 people vote, I'm not going to do that. Just saying.
Please vote.
Please vote. Please.
So for this episode, let's go through the player XP. The vote this time. Who's going to start? Let's see. We will start with Tark.
I knew it. It's hard because everyone participated and really did some good role play this time. I always give it to Alexis, but this time I think I'll give it to Margot for her playing.
Okay, so Margot gets the first one. Alexis, your vote.
I'm going to give it to Isaac. I really enjoyed that talk between him and Alexis.
And I just want to point out, though the characters get angry with each other, as you can see
I love
afterwards,
Tam.
we still hate each other afterwards.
Sending notes in the background going, "Oh, that was a deep burn." Oh,
No, we all hate each other.
No, and after that scene, we were both like, we were both like, "That was awesome."
So, Isaac, your vote for the player XP?
This, can I divide it and give each a third?
Yes, you can.
How many beats is that?
Different game. So, Margot, your vote.
Shit, everybody was so good. I kind of need to give it to Tark because he was super smart this episode.
That last bit was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
smart way to think.
Oh, yeah, that was very clever, and I love that.
And I admit I gave a little hint about how to pull something across because you haven't tried yet.
Right.
No,
And
we haven't.
as a storyteller, it's my job when players aren't familiar with the mechanics to remind them sometimes of the mechanics to make sure that they understand what they can do. That'll be the last time I do that because now he's been shown to do it.
Right.
If you can't remember to do it, then it's on you, not me.
Mhm.
Right.
So I think y'all going to make me do it, but I'm going to do it. Everybody gets an XP. Because a lot of good shit happened, a lot of good role play, and a lot of important things happened. And now when Aurora's off work and you find Noah in the gutter somewhere, he's not under that bush. I have a bad
Sorry
feeling.
about that.
I have a bad feeling you're going to keep seeing him in the bush in
Yeah.
a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Alexis,
I
can you
feel-
check this? And of course, if her shadow starts chiming in with it too.
I know. I was thinking doing that going, boy, it would have been great if we could have coordinated.
Yes, we really should have.
Well, I gave you the chance when I said that they have to get closer. That's when you could have sent me a message to tell me the same thing. But as you're
Yeah,
caught in the scene, it's hard.
Mhm.
And
Next time.
next time. Yep. So, of course, again, go to the Discord, vote, see who gets it. You can technically vote for one of the players not here if you want to, but I think that really the players deserve it for this episode because we're down 2, and we will record down up to 3 players, and that's just a fact.
And there's only 2 episodes left.
There's only 2 episodes left after this one, and I think we've set the stage for some confrontation of some time coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like what we're doing and you're watching this on Twitch, give us a follow here on Twitch. Give us a subscribe. If you watch it on YouTube, it's free. Give us a subscribe over on YouTube. Hell, tell your friends about it if you like it that much. You know,
My boss watches this show. It's crazy.
I mean, we like to tell stories to share it with everybody. If you have a
Better
Amazon
than
Prime,
most stuff on TV.
that's what we were told last night
Absolutely.
by
Yes.
Lashote,
Yes.
who's one of our avid viewers and fans of our channel and a great member of the community. And he said it's better than some of the stuff on TV. I don't blame him because I've seen some of the stuff on TV. I know what I watch on TV and it's horrible.
Mhm.
You know, if you want to catch back content, go over to YouTube.
Yeah.
We got it. The links are over here. If you want to see some of our other shows on YouTube, Haunted Chronicles and Ishbel's in that same link. You can give them
Yeah.
some YouTube subscribes too. They Chronicles of Darkness and D&D, and soon it won't be D&T. It's going to be some Call of Cthulhu.
So,
Some cock.
some guy.
Yes. Yes. Cock.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can give us a free subscribe right here. Subscriptions go to the channel, bits and donations go to the players. So this last episode, there was $20 in donations, or between donations and bits to the players. So the players thank you. Verlin and I don't get any of that,
Mm-mm.
but that's okay. That's our way to give to the players for all the work that goes into playing this game, because there is work involved even though you're playing, you know? So if you want to check out some other great content, check our friends list over here. These are people that they're not just friends of ours. They're ones we like what they're giving and like what their content is. And we want to share them with everybody else because we pay it forward. That's how we operate. And I'm going to turn it over to my wife now because, wait a minute, I have to point out, we have merch. We haven't got really any Wraith merch yet. We have not arranged a riding crop yet with McStabber on it.
No.
Somebody suggested a flask with McStabber. Maybe a t-shirt that has the shadow mask that says, my shadow made me do it.
Yeah.
Or maybe one that even says, fuck you, Dave.
I still like the idea of a Bohemian Rhapsody with all of us on it,
ghostly pale and
we would need a lot better photo quality for me to build that out.
Ooh. On the front, it's us, and on the back, it's our shadows.
That would be an idea. So I will turn it over to my wife because she has the schedule. I don't.
I do.
She can tell you what's coming up.
Yep. So thank you, everyone, again for tuning in and watching our show this evening. As this evening is the 17th of March, we will have on Saturday, the 20th, Ishvel at 3 p.m. Eastern. Last week, they were in the home area of Crisara. So I'm not sure exactly because we pre-record a week early. I'm not sure what they accomplished during that session to tell you what's coming up, but I'm sure it's going to be fun, crazy, and an adventure. So you want to tune in for great D&D content on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern.
And the shenanigans are always enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
It is a less serious and dark is what we have here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good palate cleanser.
It is.
For the darker shows we have.
It
so
is.
that you can get a little bit more and, laugh and carry on with the shenanigans.
And then after you get your palate cleansed, you come back and join us on the 21st on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern for Windy City After Dark, our Vampire the Masquerade V5 Chicago by Night stream. That's going to be episode 5 of our season. So that is going to be mid-season for us. You'll want to tune in because shit is getting very real up in this joint. It is getting very real. It's things have come to some conclusions. Some problems got addressed. New problems have come up. This coterie seems to attract drama like fucking crazy. It's insane. But yeah. And then on Tuesday, the 23rd, we have Haunted Chronicles, Darker Waters, run by Tamshu. It's our 7th Sea adventure game, naval adventure game, set within the same universe as the Haunted Chronicles, Chronicles of Darkness stream. That is at 8 p.m. Eastern.
And hopefully the storyteller of it doesn't injure himself again because you need to get better, heal up, and quit injuring yourself. Stop hitting yourself, Tam.
Thank you for saying it, Shanky. I was going to.
And then on Wednesday, of course, we have episode 9 of Wraith Life Derailed at 8 p.m. Eastern. So
we're almost to the end of this season.
Yeah.
And I know the season started off a little slower, but pace is picking up. And now that we can do time skips, we can make the pace fit correctly as we lead into the last of the season. Because bad shit's happening in the city, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, in the words of Chops, mental health is no joking matter. It is a very serious thing. Please check in on your family, check in on your friends, check in on loved ones, check in on people you don't even like. Make sure they're okay. Because a lot of people aren't right now. And if you are somebody who has mental health, please, if you need to speak with somebody, speak with them. If you need to speak with a professional, reach out to a professional. There's lots of resources out there. And don't be afraid to bring that up with people. Because we can't all bear it on our own and we can't all, handle the weight of the world on our own. And sometimes we just need to talk to everybody because as Wraith will show you, it's the passions that we have and the emotional attachments that drive us forward and keep us going. And sometimes you need some help with that. The circle couldn't survive if each one was their own, could they? So thank you. And from the cast of this show, and from our great community, good night, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.